ain't I work a plan now? Can't I? I remember when you lame player, hated a player, now the same lame player. They call a player mayor. What you talking that funky, about my face, wearing that monkey. Not that, that might give you life advice. Get some money, 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 get some money.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we write a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. Just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Hard to believe this guy was watching us from his living room last week. Now he's under center here for an NFL team.
And not many teams were in the market to sign him, but you have to believe that this team felt like we saw something previously in this guy, and now he has a chance to prove it with us.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Add this gain to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Wentz. got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore will give them the season sweep.
From the 22, Wentz. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. To throw, it's Wentz. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up the fourth down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on third down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Shreds him with a stiff arm.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
It's David Ojabo there for the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays most of these quarterbacks, When they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
The Ravens at 8-2 on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but still in the midst of a great season. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Six yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Jackson from the shotgun.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And Jackson throwing once more. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you put something out there, you're giving yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And now he's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Browns drive about to get started.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives.
And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this throw will be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Going up top. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Jackson. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff. They have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
There's the stiff arm. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the second half.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Andrews.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
From the gun, Jackson. That is caught.
It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman,
a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are pouring it on.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Jackson on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! From 17 yards out.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. He'll get this to about the 38.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
They run for it with Hunt. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Brandon, 4th and 1 on their own side of the 50, and they decide to go for it. As a former defender, I take that personally. I can't believe they let them pick that up. They should have swarmed the line of scrimmage and stuffed that one.
Not surprised, though, because they told us about the supreme confidence they had in the O-line, and they were able to get that yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Chubb running right. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 102 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Wentz. He's going to let it go again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant. And
this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Come on, I hope you watching this stream, you fuck nigga. Yeah, I hope you hear every word, nigga. I'm gonna beat the shit out your ass next time we play, nigga. I hope you hearing me, nigga. Not playing with you. Whoop your monkey ass. Always cheering for these fuck ass Ravens to win. You diaper wearing bitch.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing.
Yeah, get your monkey ass back on this stream. I know you watching it, you weak ass nigga.
Being over, and then try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And whoever the 4 people is watching this stream, y'all can kiss my ass too. Dumbass league, man, because I beat a weak-ass nigga on a tablet. Nigga, what? He should play better. How about that? His sorry ass. I should boot the fuck out that nigga because he's 0-10, dumbass nigga. He's sorry. Sorry ass nigga. These sorry ass Ravens. I should have did this the whole game.
Able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
111 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On third down, here's Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
He got a timeout for what? You ain't getting this ball back, you fuck face.
They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Niggas be happy to beat the Browns.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense.
They call a timeout. For what? Yeah, damn happy? You want to run it up to 60, don't you? This ain't about you, though. This about them weak-ass Bengals. Them niggas suck. Them niggas ass. Traded Joe Burrow. You dumb nigga. You stupid. Trade Joe Burrow for what? You think you that fucking good you can trade Joe Burrow? You ain't getting this ball back, nigga. I will run around this bitch before I give you this ball back. Y'all really cried over a non-stream tablet game. Like, you know how shitty you gotta be to lose on a fucking tablet. I didn't even have a controller. Y'all cried about that. This sorry ass league. I should leave my own league. You ain't getting this ball back, you fuck face. You ain't getting it back. That's a dart by Carson Wentz, shitty ass. I'm running mesh too. I'm telling you, I'm running mesh. I ain't running the ball. I'm running mesh, yo. I'ma throw it. Who I'ma throw it to? I'ma throw it to Njoku too. Ain't shit you can do about it. Yeah, you better guard. You dumbass. You guarded him too. Nah. You ain't getting this ball back, nigga. What you thought? They ain't cheating. We're so ass.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, that means this
go ahead and do a little quarterback, little draw.
8-yard line.
Go ahead and do it.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And this will be caught.
You so shitty, man.
Gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone